Okay, it's 9:01. I'm going to go ahead and get started. Hello, hello. If anybody's joining me or if I choose to share this later, hello, hello out there in not TV land, but YouTube land or whatever, wherever this might be placed. Hey, hey, it is Tovahcateur Thursday. It's Taylor by Tova here as usual. And tonight is going to be extremely short because if you saw my post, it said it was extemporaneous. So that's truly what this is. I have been wrestling with what it was that I was going to share this week. It's been a very taxing week for me on a lot of levels. And so, being a creative, and if anybody out there can identify with this, let me know in the comments. Sometimes when there's a lot of things going on, it kind of suppresses your ability to create at a certain level. Your mojo stops working. I don't know if anybody else can identify with that, but that happens to me at times. And even though I may have a plethora of ideas, I can't articulate any of them for human consumption or understanding other than myself, which I'm a little special. So, that I don't really count. Just because I can understand it and make something of it doesn't mean everybody else can. So, with that in mind, I don't have a specific topic tonight, but at the same time, I do. And that is the luxury of being a creative person, is that even when you think you don't have anything, you really have a full course meal to serve in the spontaneity and the synergy of a moment. So although no one's joining me tonight, I doubt anybody will join. I just want to say this one thing. And I'm not here as much for an audience as I am here for myself. Being someone that's starting something new, started a new means of extending myself, not only as a brand, not only as a communication stylist slash mediator, whatever, creator, content generator, whatever you want to call it, but just as a creative being, you will find that there are more times that you've created something that's just there. And whether anybody discovers it or not, are you trying to tell people about it, or again, it's unfamiliar, it's new, it takes a minute, you're not known, so you are somewhat, excuse me, you are not somewhat, but you are obscure, regardless of your talent, despite your abilities, despite your capabilities, despite your drive. So, I'm here tonight because of one word, and hopefully that word will also challenge you as well. Not only from a communication standpoint, but even from everything that we've discussed, from Renew You to last week, making shift happen, all of those things. Anytime you have a mission and a mindset of self development, improvement, awareness, any of those things to create change, you will go through phases again of isolation, and you will be left with lots of time to reflect on what you're producing, what value does it bring, value, whatever. So, before I forget my point, everything that we've talked about deals with this one word, and without it, you won't be very far. So I'm going to get on it and I'm going to get off. My main reason for being here tonight is consistency. I feel that that's a discipline within itself. It's not necessarily popular, it's not cool, it's not pretty, but discipline means you just have to dig in even when it's nobody's looking. I've heard integrity said, is when you make the right decisions or you do the right thing when nobody's watching. Discipline is very much like that, because often you won't have an audience to see you be disciplined or to see you keep working through the difficulties and the struggles, or even if it's not struggles and difficulties, even just in the lulls, in the downtime, or as I like to call, in the meantime, or what to do in the meantime, MEAN, like mean. Hi there. Hello. This is going to be short, so I'm probably about to hop off of here. But anyway, consistency is key to anything that you're going to do, especially when it comes to bettering yourself. So I challenge you, as I am challenging myself, as I'm walking it out myself. If you say you're going to do something, commit to it, do it. If you've promised yourself, hey, I want to make this change, hey, I want to improve in this area, you got to do the work in order to get there. And that's going to take you being consistent. You cannot be sporadic and think that you're going to be successful, because when success comes, you're not going to be able to handle it because you don't have a discipline in place. You don't have a mindset that knows how to push despite what's going on around you or even in you at times. And when you have these difficult times, it really gives you a better look at yourself and what you're really made of and what you're really capable of. So tonight's magic word is consistency, or being consistent. Challenge yourself if that's an area you struggle in. It's a discipline. It's like working out. It's like going to the gym, but it's from a more of a, I don't know, a mental standpoint. Yes, ma'am. We have to do the work. I know that's a bad word at this day and age. We live in a day and time where if we can get by and not have to do everything we need to do to get something done, we'll do it. If we can figure out the short, everything is about efficiency, and I get that. But there are some things that the manual experience of doing, you get robbed because we have so many conveniences. And we rob ourselves of the struggle. Some of the struggles we're in are unnecessary. So that's an aside. That's a whole nother speech. Sorry, for another day. Let me see what time. It's 9:07. Okay, I'm trying to be out of here by no later than 9:15, 9:13. But we really don't want to struggle. When I say that, what I mean when I say we don't want to struggle, we don't want to endure. Like long suffering, having to wait, having to like make it to the other side. We want to like jump over it, or if we can skip that course. I remember when I went back to school a little bit ago, I was like, okay, what can I do? Because my brain doesn't work the same way. Math, we don't get along. If it's any way possible that I can get that past me, please, I don't want to have to do it. Although thankfully I didn't have to take a math, but I did have to take some things that were congruent with math, and I needed it. But I worked through it. And what I did in that process was I was on the first row. I took notes. I went to any time they had extra something on it, test wise. I was like in it to win it. Came to class every day. Had my clicker with me so I could participate. I got involved in it, and I immersed myself in that experience so I could do well. And even though, to my surprise, it was one of my best grades I had, and I did exceptionally well, according to the instructor, one of the highest grades he'd had in his career of teaching this particular course. So it takes work. It takes diligence. No, is it easy? I'm trying to tell y'all, no, it's not. Does that mean you can't do it? No, absolutely. You can do it. It's a decision, and you have to make a conscious decision to do. It is a deliberate. This is beyond intent. Because intent will still have you sitting on the couch like I intended to do. When you're deliberately calculate, you have to be almost scratch almost. You have to be calculated. When it comes to your success, when it comes to your development, when it comes to your progress, you have to be calculated. You got to be cold-blooded, because you have to get to a point where nothing can distract you, nothing can deter you. You're not sweet-talked by every little whatever is going on over here that stops you from that path. So that kind of feeds back into self-care too, to an extent. Part of self-care isn't just the pampering and the relaxing and giving yourself time, but the other part of the self-care is holding yourself accountable to your progress, to getting better, to your healing, to your manifestation, whatever it is you need to do. So it's 9:10. I don't want to ramble, and I feel the spirit of ramble. I thank you, Minnie Schnauzer, Eli's mama, and them. Thank you so much.